Okay, hi everyone, again. Okay, I'm going to talk about becoming an art director, and I'm a mass communications major with an emphasis in advertising. I'm an individual studies minor, which used to be professional studies, and with that, I'm focusing on marketing. This class is for career planning, and like I said, I'm going to talk about becoming an art director. So, what it is I will be the overseer of most design things. That includes copywriting, graphic design, photographers, and all the producers involved in the process of making an ad. The first and main task is to please the client. The client can be anyone who works with brands or the company as a whole trying to sell something. And then it's their job to please the customer, so that will reflect on my ad design or whatever I have to do for them. The second thing is to work on the design elements, which could be the pictures, the art, the overall look of the ad, and anything that goes along with that. And then the third would be to supervise, make sure everything runs smoothly and everyone's doing their jobs, review the ads, make sure I hit the deadline, and um, work with the budget that the client gave me. So the prerequisites of becoming an art director is to have a bachelor's degree, which I will finally have in spring. It can be in anything in the fine arts, in design, in advertising, anywhere around there. And then I also need previous work experience, and that can be as an illustrator, copy editor, an editor, or a photographer, anything like that, or even just in graphic design or something like that. The physical demands and working conditions, I have to be able to read, write, and speak clearly. I have to be able to give and follow directions well, and that's for my clients and for the workers who are working under me so they know what to do. I have to be able to collaborate with staff members because it's a team thing. It's not just all about me working by myself. I work with a lot of people. That can be the designers, the clients, the marketers, and the visual effects teams. And I have to be able to handle pressure pretty well because there are deadlines and there are budgets, and the client expects me to follow what they need and follow what they do. So I have to be able to know when things are due and when I have to have things done by. So after that comes work experience. It usually happens within 5 to 10 years. 5 years, if you're lucky, you'll get to be an art director. And like I said before, you have to have a lot of work experience already. And that could be the copywriting, illustrating, any of that stuff. And then I have to show that I've worked with teams. So that could be like if I was a copywriter, if I worked along with someone, or a visual effects team, something like that, so they know that I can work with people. I would also, with work experience, need to create a portfolio, which I've already started from college. I didn't do anything in high school, but from my college, I've started portfolios for my copywriting class, my ad design class, and then afterwards, any work that I do, I'll have to put those together so I can show my clients or show whoever I need to, because a lot of ad directors or art directors are self-employed, but some aren't. Some work for big companies, so either way, I'll have to have a portfolio created. And then before I get that, this kind of goes back with getting a bachelor's degree. Some of the classes that they look for would be marketing classes, and I've taken a couple of those. And then I've taken a copywriting class. Right now I'm in ad design, print and web production. I did mass communication, computer applications. So that was working with Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator. And what else have I taken? I've taken some speaking classes, and right now I'm in ethics class, so I know what's appropriate and what's not for ad. And I'm also in research and media, so I'll know how to research my client and research the product that they're selling as well. I'll need to know customer service, and right now I'm in customer service working at Fleet Farm, unfortunately, but it's taught me a lot working in retail. I need to know the design techniques and apps, which I'm still learning right now, but I kind of get the gist of the Photoshop and InDesign applications. I'll need to know tools and principles and know how to do blueprints and map out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to show what I'm going to show my client, what I'm going to show my workers and my staff members. And then I really need to know my audience. So, like I said earlier, if I were selling a Budweiser, it'd be people over 21, usually older men like Budweiser. Or if I was doing My Little Pony, I would have to target the little girls or even the moms to get them to buy it for their little kids. Wages for being an art director is $60,000 to $100,000 would be the salary. I would probably myself be looking around 80 to 85,000 because advertising and public relations is around that area. But if I were to do newspapers and books, I'd be 60 to 70,000. Or if I chose to do motion picture, video industry, that goes up to about 105,000. And who's making the most right now as an art director would be Apple, the art director of Apple, and he's making 135,000 salary. So I'm going to be honest, I probably won't get to be the Apple art director. I'm not looking to do that, but it just shows that you can actually make a lot of money, and a lot of people don't assume that when you're just in art, like in an art field. So the job availability right now is pretty open. It's definitely not one of the higher ones, but they see in the future until about 2020, they said it'll be about a 3% increase in job availability. And I had already looked it up online for this assignment, and there are jobs right now in the cities, like all over the cities right now. So that'll be good for me, like once I'm graduated and get not an art directing job, but get like a copywriting job or something along those lines just before I go into art directing. And then once you've made it to an art director, you've made it to the top in the art field because you are the supervisor. You're working with the highest clients. You're the one who has to present to the clients. It's not the people who work under you. So once you've made it, you're basically there. And then I don't know, that's about it for art directing. I think I'd be good at it because I can tell I like to boss people around sometimes. And also, I really like working in InDesign and Photoshop, and I work well with others. So I think art directing is right up my alley. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks.